Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Right 20! 49's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
49's the mic. Watch 49. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Benjamin. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Stay there. 380. Check.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And this is complete. It's Allen. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, it's Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rosen. He completes it to Bryant. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Here's Rosen to throw, eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Rosen. It's complete to Parker, left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach of Miami, wants around and in that locker room. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, exit. Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Switch up. Switch up. Back two the Mike. Mike back two. Mike back.
Red Delta.
New Mike 52. Mike 52.
White 89.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Right 20. 49
to Mike.
We own them. We own them. Right side.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Mike 49. 35.
Breathe. Don't let them breathe. Play outside of deep. Don't let them breathe, defense. Right side.
From the 36, Fitzpatrick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerry Tillery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Let's go.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stand.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Fitzpatrick out left side here to Bryant. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards. First down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Rivers, and that's complete. It's Green here. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Grant on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. Didn't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. There he goes left side. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Fitzpatrick on target to Wilson. That one, a first down pickup of 8. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rivers to throw it. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta!
55. 3 bucks.
Hey, Foxtrot!
Mike 55. Hey, they're scared.
Wait!
Mike 55.
Come on!
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go.
I'm one of those guys.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Grant. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Meanwhile, up in Buffalo, the Patriots, they've opened a 2-touchdown advantage in that one. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, this game is, of course, part of the NFL 100 series, and the historical significance here goes back to that 1981 AFC divisional round game, dubbed the Epic in Miami. Others called it the game that no one should have lost. Boy, you had so many great plays in there. The hook and ladder, the end of the 2nd quarter by the Dolphins. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still 1st half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
190. Keep it skinny.
All day, dog.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, check right. Watching the play. 80 hot.
Rivers on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in 1 shot.
1 shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
It's just me and you.
Brown. Hey, hot.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Done. 390. Plus the right.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
55.
Go ahead.
Drop the run.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rivers, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the 1st half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
180, round 80.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
And he fires one incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 39.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On play action, Rivers. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 29, Fitzpatrick. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they just expanded that here in the second half.
and it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Alvin Kamara with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's just me and you.
Throwing, Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Good. 190. Right there in the middle. 55. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't done.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. He's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Alvin Kamara 35 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't
there?
have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They stay on the ground with Drake. Now Drake loses the football and picked up by the Chargers. The big fella. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Right back to Drake. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 70 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, That's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there,
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Balaj. And some room to roam now. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the ground, Kamara. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Victory 90, Black 11.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Cluster.
55's my guy, 55.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Drake. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Kamara off the draw. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Wall.
Here's Eckler. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
third down. Jackson on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And the Chargers first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. This is a kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On the double. Check that with Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. He's tired of you. He's tired of us.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.